Home exercise routine number 1. At the time of filming this, we are still in the midst. I'm watching the cat over here, make sure she doesn't claw my mats. Still in the midst of the crazy coronavirus stuff where everybody's staying at home. Now, whether you think that's a good idea or you think it's a ridiculous idea, that doesn't even matter right now. Because what matters is people need stuff to do. So I'm going to unleash on you 2 very simple exercises you can do easily and regardless of your level. Because you can always make it harder. We've talked about progressions and regressions way back, a couple months ago. So here's what we're going to do. 2 movements. 1 pushing movement, 1 squatting movement. That's all you need. And maybe a stopwatch. So let's change the angle here. We're going to start with pushing. Find yourself a nice wall. Okay? Stand approximately arm length, your own arm length away from the wall. Place your hands on it, approximately shoulder height, maybe slightly lower. Now, you can either use the palms of your hands, or you can go ahead and make fist and place the fist onto the wall as well. And now, just ever so slightly lean towards the wall until your forehead touches. Keep the rest of your body nice and straight. And then as you push forward, I want you to only push from the hands right now. So imagine that it's just from the wrist down. The wrist through the fingers, or the wrist through the fist. That's the only part that's pushing. That's all you need to push. We're not trying to engage a bunch of muscle at the moment, because we are doing this as a form of relaxation / movement / meditation and health and fitness. Now we're going to pair that with a squat movement. And depending on where you are in your own training, you can use a chair, you can do full squats without, you can use an implement like we have a bag here. So just as an example, I'm going to put the backs of my legs against the heavy bag that's on the floor. If you're using a chair, put the backs of your legs against the chair. And imagine a heavy weight, 100 pounds, 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds hanging from your tailbone. And just exhale and let it pull you down until either you're seated on your object, or if you're doing it free squat in the air, until the back of your legs touch your calves, so hamstrings to calves. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to move. That weight is still going to hang straight down from the tailbone, but you're going to just imagine it kind of slide forward towards your feet as you bring your pelvis forward on the inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then you go back to your wall push. Good morning, Loran. Thanks for checking in, sir. Back over to the wall. Hands on the wall. Inhale, exhale, or exhale, inhale. Just play with the movement. Now, this is all we're doing. So remember, I said 2 simple moves. 1 press, 1 squat. But you repeat them back to back. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's up to you, and it's up to your level of what you're capable of. Good morning, Heather. So if you can only do this for 1 minute at a time, great. Do it 1 minute back and forth. Maybe you do 30 seconds of pressing against the wall, 30 seconds of squatting, and then you're done. But guess what? A half hour later, an hour later, you do it again. And then, I know this might sound crazy, you do it for 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5, and then you build up. What is nice, one of the protocols that I've used with my clients and for myself, 15-minute intervals. 15-minute intervals, that's why I said get a stopwatch. And then you do as many repetitions of the movements that you can within the 15 minutes. Track it, write it down. And then the next time you do it, whether it's tomorrow or 2 days, 3 days from now, can you beat those numbers? This is how you start to measure your progression. The other way of measuring your progression is, are you making the movements harder, more difficult to accomplish? So this is it. Home exercise routine number 1. Very simple. Go from a pushing movement to a squatting movement, back and forth. And it's also, because you're doing upper body work combined with lower body work, it's good for the heart. Especially if you've noticed when you do exercise, if you do a lot of it, you tend to get like the blood kind of focuses in and swells into the muscles that are being used most often, which that's why I said we work for relaxation, because we want our blood to be nice and evenly spread out through the body. We want the distress or the eustress. We want all the pressures spread evenly. So when you combine upper body work, right, supersetted, it's a cool exercise word, right? Supersetted means back to back, with lower body. So the blood pools up in the upper body muscles, then you immediately drive it down to the lower body muscles and back and forth. It's a great way to keep the heart nice and strong. It's a great way to make sure all the blood is moving around, you're getting good circulation, and nothing's getting stuck anywhere. With that, I will let you go so you can go play with these movements yourself. I will see you tomorrow. So breathe deep, move well. What are we doing with the joints? Putting life in the joints so we get more life out of life. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.